Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to, to something that might turn into a catastrophe for us, that might also turn into a glorious victory. I have no idea yet. We of course need to hurry up with building Taborin, with building our Ambition village or city. And of course we're going to start here right away with the harbor area once more. That goes then all the way into this area. So we're going to create now a nice smaller settlement. My fleet is coming in. It's just looking so massive in comparison to a normal trading post over there. And they're going to stick around here, those 3 ships, full protected. Also we have a bit of a harbor defense here of course already, but we don't have any harbor cannons at the moment, right, wherever I look. So this is what we definitely will need to achieve now rather quickly. We can also follow the main quest here, of course, Taborin settling in, getting started on that and just basically get started. I don't have any stamps for Taborin prepared, unfortunately, so I'm trying to recreate now the stamps that we already have in the old world. At least the fountain area, right, that we can have. I just like it. So this might be something that we can add even in a much bigger scale here, right? Yeah, so this is looking like we could start with something here. Let's have the marketplace first, and then of course also a bunch of buildings here towards the shore. Right, and next up we would have some basic production, and I would like to hurry up with that, in that we have the Wansa timber, the first one here, where we already have the trees. Otherwise the replanting costs me a lot of time, right? And we do need to get started with those productions here ASAP. Also, I think, I mean, can we unload anything else? We can actually throw the bread and the schnapps overboard. I don't need this. And let's just get over there and purchase some more Wansa timber. With that we can boost our output significantly and speed up the whole process here. Gold supply would be next then as well. Here we have the main road. We probably are going to have, wait a second, here a smaller park area in the center of Taborin this time. A bit bigger than in the last few times that I've played this. And then we have the main road that continues in here. And the main road just requires me some money. So we can actually go ahead and do this just fine. Also down here with the other bridge then, right? So we have those 2 bridges then going to the other side of the river. And here we just have then some normal buildings that we can go ahead with. Oh, Sean, really? Are we still on these terms here? Threatening and stuff like that? Quickly check it out there again. Because with Sean, we still, of course, are on track here of trying to get those trade rights. Can I send him money 2 times? Thanks me again. Now he declines. Alright. Of course, we need to also very carefully look at the enemy ships, even though, of course, I can't do much, right? Once they attack, they attack. My ships are slow. They're powerful, but slow. And if they attack, then they attack, and we probably will not be able to do anything else here. There's no ships here, right? So any kind of warships that you would have, Katima, that would be, of course, much appreciated. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Let's hurry back there to Panagos as well, which has a few problems right now. We got a few riots over here, a few fires, nothing severe. Whole districts burning down, nothing severe. Nothing that we haven't seen already. Let's go ahead and upgrade some more people here because we need the workers. And also there is a whole bunch of smaller guys still that we can upgrade. Also here up the hill that we have for this glorious city to continue its growth. And there's also some more steel beams that we can unload. Have 1,300 steel beams now out of the 3,000 capacity. So the metro station is imminent. Even though for the metro system, if we want to get it operational as well, what we need to do here is not only do we need to build the department that is unlocking everything else, we need to then build tunnel constructions, which are monuments in itself, and we need to build or produce tickets and also the subways. For the tickets we need paper, and for the subway we need motors. So motors are in the new world, right? Artistas, that is. Once we have they're really far away, by the way. Once we have the rollers, right? They need the motors. So somewhere here, the scooter, there it is. Once we have that, we can actually produce motors, and the paper is in Taborin, which I think it is the tier 2 elder production then. So actually subways are further away than I thought they would be, right? It's going to take a lot more time for us to essentially get cracking on them. Let's just also have now here the Wansa timber, 150 tons. Thank you very much. That's really appreciated, because with that we can really go more crazy than ever in our construction. Alright, so let's just have here, probably another road. This one is the main road. Here we have then perhaps a smaller entrance for these guys, so that we can really start the whole city here. There's the timber production right now that I definitely don't want to hurt in any meaningful way. And then we could probably just have some bigger blocks or so. I would really like to try out a few new styles as well, right? So more green area than perhaps more fountains. This one, and we could also have the courtyard, right? So the smaller one, smaller version. There we have it. And then some more dense blocks again. Really depends where you want to go with that. Also, the first mounted gun is coming up, so there the defense kind of like starts for us, but it's only a mounted gun, so this is going to be doing nothing exactly. We really have to hurry up for the tier 2. So goat milk it is, and then the finery. Those are the things. The goat milk we can just easily have somewhere up here, of course, as I think always, or we have it over there. Now that I think about it, here we're going to have some farms again. It makes the most sense in this area. And here we're going to have some animal farms again, right? Just like in my last playthrough. But this still makes the most sense to me. Especially since up here we have a lot of barren land. And the goat farms, they basically work with that just completely well, right? So having all of this here makes just sense to me. Let's have this one here and then here. And we can just easily... did I say easily? Squeeze it in. Unfortunately, there's a mountain here. And I thought we had a bit more space. There you go, moving the whole street down the level is doing the trick for us to build then these gold farms here. Actually, we can build them already. Built them 2 times. Alright, and we can just have the whole row here full with goatees. Oh, the smell must be incredible. Still, absolutely fantastic buildings. I love the details, the lighting that is coming in here as the sun is coming up right now. Or already midday. Just absolutely wonderful, the atmosphere. There is my once a timber, a lot of it. And we are going to, of course, continue with the construction of a new glorious city, hopefully. Hopefully a city that survives. The age of district? No, a new city status district. Right. And with that we have the finery, the musician's court, a bunch of stuff that is fun. A new marketplace over there, a second one, because of course we continue with the expansion over here. And yeah. Can't complain. That is quite the expansion here. Let's quickly check it out with the goat milk. I'm a bit unsure. We actually produce 0.5 gold as a surplus right now. Let's have this block again over here. So yeah, let's just build both of them as well. It's really, the cost is so low. It's absolutely fine. Right, and then we can continue over here with something else. Who knows about that? Finery would be already my next target here now. And then I think the musician and the dried meat. Dried meat should also be rather easy. That's the Senga farms that we have. So this is also something that I can just line up here. Probably going to need another warehouse then somewhere down in this area, right, for the Senga farms. And they actually, I think, require a lot of space, was it? Yes, they do require a lot of space. Ship is under attack. That is just my trade routes again. That's just ships passing through here. We still have a clipper for the rum. Let's also rectify this one. Oh, I still have 3 clippers on this trade route. That's insane. We're going, of course, with a huge collie here that is already waiting. And yeah, we can slowly get rid of them. So they're going to unload it for the last time. The caoutchouc can still run with that. There's also more caoutchouc coming in. Primarily, we have the huge colliers at this point. That's how it should be. Then we need, of course, this coastline here. This could be tricky because we need to protect it. So let's rather have the salt in the main harbor area, right? This is where we need it for the dried meat. And this is the salt works. And I think 2 will be fine for a long time. That's the salt works. And then we just really need the dry houses. And for that, once again, we also need a smaller industry zone. Somewhere, this is going to be city. This is going to be farmland. So yeah, once again, I would like to have my industry zone then more or less in this area, just along the mountain. Let's make it a double road. I just love double roads. And then we have this coastline here. Also once again a double road leading to this block there, right? And this might just be then a bigger industry zone popping up. Closing it off here then. Right, and then we can start here with the dry houses. I'm planning with 2 of them for now, right? I think 4 will be what we could calculate long-term wise. And then we have, of course, also the linen mill and the embroiderer. For the embroiderer, that's 1. So I'm probably also going to require around 4 long-term wise. So let's have those 4 here. And they're surrounded by 2 of these linen mills over here and here to keep the transport routes short. And we might have then another warehouse up there too. This should really just do the trick for the basic production. Then we can expand over here into this area further. What I still will need is the farm. So let's go ahead. This is the main road that leads then into tricky business. We could have it stopping here, right? So it goes then down and up here. And here it continues then into the farmland. I think that's better. Alright, what we will need is a water pump. Once again. Actually, yeah. I think this is fine. And then we have the canals going up this way. Let's build the water pump. And it is then delivering the water up to this region here, where we can use it for my farms. And actually we do need to get a lot of them cracking for the first quest already. And this road continues in here and then to the coast there as well. Right. And here, well, we can have then a warehouse where there is a bit of room. Like here and... Actually, let's have it here only. That's better. And then we can have the linseed farms. And we're going to need 4 of them for now. So 2 here. Because they can already have the fields on that side. I think that's too much anyway. There you go. We still have some room more actually for this one. Perfect. Going all the way then into this area. And then we can have another one here. Actually, let's have it in this tile. There you go. And probably one more here. And let's build 2 of them for now. Together with the warehouse. And then we also need... We already have the products really. We have the workforce as well. The warehouse. Then we can build the linen mill and 2 fineries for the for embroideries. And we can do the same thing then as well with the Sanga farms. 2 of them here. And then I'm going to build 1 salt work. We're out of timber, but I should still have some. There it is. Right, having the salt works here. And then all I really need is the dry houses. I think 2 of them no, actually just 1. 1 of them. There it is. And with that, we have the whole tier 1 production already finished in a few steps. And this should then turn in now all these remaining resources. Let's quickly check it out with the consumption. And what I can see is we have a surplus of everything now. And that's just how it should be. So we can quickly ramp it up to the elders. Alright, there's a bit of an attack here. Oh yeah, some action. They saw that my main fleet is gone, right? And oh, they're combining. Look at that. Princess Ching and the Admiral at the same time. Though they might already be scared off with my smaller defense area, right? Because the main defense area here is, of course, out of their reach, I think. Or what are they doing? I mean, come on. If you plan it, you have to execute it as well. Don't just back off, please. Would be a shame. Oh, look at that. Also settling on New Island here. Princess Ching is doing that. For the trade routes, we'll need absolutely a ship with the white flag. Right? There's no way around that. There is no attack coming in Beza. They don't have the ships for that. Of course, if they wanted to, they could just move over and crush them, my ships. That wouldn't be a big deal. Alright, I think they're moving in now, perhaps? About time, really. I want to see my defenses. Look at that. It's a firewall. Of course, they have no chance, really. Not against all these upgrades that we have. And of course, I mean, come on. If you have a window seat here, this is perfect. Get the popcorn ready and enjoy the show. We could get my huge collier from Anne Harlow over here collecting some stuff. Absolutely. At this point, I wouldn't even say that I'm after some proper items for ship boosting. Legendary botanical items and zoo animals would be fine too, right? That we can use then to boost our attractiveness at some point. Yeah, that was 2 combined forces. They really don't stand a chance. I feel very secure right now with what we have over here. By the way, another thing, I think the town hall is finished. There it is. We have the first monument. The first real monument. And also the tallest building so far for Panagos. We can get rid of my warehouse over here now and have this area then available for some proper building. We also have some items now that we can use for, yeah, basically look at that, boosting all these people in the area. And I think happiness would be my primary faction here right now. So we have Maxime Renard, the one-man show. We got Elliot. This is just always a very good item. We're still having an unhappy population, and now the investors at least are happy with +1. And of course, we hopefully can continue with that. Then we also have then here the secularized bylaws, another 8 happiness. And with that, finally, after a very long time, Panagos is turning into a content population. Also here, on the inferior nature of women. Happiness +12. Happiness +12. A man argues very loudly that women are inferior and all the other men believe it. That's the description of this item here. And since I'm married, I think it's actually the other way around. But okay, that's another thing entirely. And let's also, wait a second. I might also go for one of the smaller ones here. We have the Market Bank and Central Bank. Do I want to use all the happiness here already? Let's go ahead and do this. This will just be having, yeah, +14 on the investors now. Holy cow, beautiful, right? Like my town hall there. The ships are backing off, and we continue with, really quickly, our Taborin expedition. Let's get the ship back, getting some more wands of timber. I might also just now start with the wood cutting somewhere over here then, right? We have the space. I think this is actually a proper location. 90, 91, 100. I think here we could have our wands of timbers, really. It makes sense to me. There you go. 3 more. It's going to take a while for these here to work though, right? So planting process and then also cutting process until we get the first timber. So I'm going to keep my other 2 woodcutters for the moment. Also, the resources are coming in and I think we do already have a happy population now here. Alright. Still unhappy. But the goods are coming in now as of this very moment, right? So that really should do the trick then. Best prevent any risk of fire. Fire station would be next in line. And a musician's court. That's the happiness stuff. Let's also have one here. Right, so this is a nice location right in front of the market. And this time I'm not having a special other way for it. It's just really over there, since we're going to get a nice big park then out there as well. This leads to a content population now finally. Meanwhile, we continue onwards here with a bit of looting. They are still trying. It's incredible how fast the battle cruisers are going down. Yeah, a swordfish, a zoo item. That's what I'm waiting for. Something we can use, some advanced weapons here. That's looking lovely. Oh, Vice Admiral Adams. The high-powered scope. That's not really something we need. A pilot, alright. But at least we already got another item for the zoo. And also, Adams here, 800 hit points and active healing during combat. And on a passive scale, which I think is going to be better than the active one. Because the active one has a cooldown. And this one has, or this one is healing all the time. Dynamites and pocket watches, yeah, let's just get it into the harbor area. They're backing off again. But I think they might still try again. I think there's more coming over here. Oh yes. Now Princess Ching sends in a lot of battleships there too. Miss Hanto is not joining, so she could probably join by the look of her fleet size, but she's not doing it at the moment, which is fine for me, really. Even though, I think even all 3 of them combined at this point will not be able to take it over. I'm feeling very confident in this regard. We'll just see how long that lasts. Next up on the list, perfect, we can upgrade. Let's do this. The whole inner area already. And we have the elders. So we're basically really rushing through those tiers there right now, leading to elders. more beautiful houses, and another very important production chain, and hopefully also now somewhere along the lines, please give me those cannons. No cannons yet. We still need to wait a bit on them. We got the clay collector, we got the TAF farms now, and with that the brick house dryers, and I'm going to need them to get my mud bricks ongoing, which are also going to be required most likely for my harbor defenses then. He's not really going in there. He's got some items there. He's very good for museum stuff then, so getting some proper items for that. Unfortunately, everything else at the moment is rather crappy. Also, basically no sponsored timber. No big attack coming into Taborin for the moment. Very nice. It seems like the defenses are doing their job. Must be also quite the sight for the poor people of Mbesa to see those ships over there. And the planes are ready. Right, how's it looking with my Bonza production over here? It's now working. Perfect. So we're getting a lot of timber in. And we can use this, of course, to get cracking on my next production. For this, we are going to need the clay collector, which is requiring then a slot here. And we do have some green land here. This might already be enough for the TAF farms, right? So we only really need one of them if we want to get crazy with one black brick dry house. But of course, we want to build several of them. So let's have the warehouse here. And then one farm. Yeah, 2 farms will be absolutely possible. A lot of fields. That's one, and then we can definitely have the other one also here. Very good. We could even have another one here then, right? And another one up there if we wanted to. We'll just see. That's 2 of them, and with that we can have 2 of these brick house dryers already. And you know what? Let's just have them here as well right away. So it's all together. All coming together there. This is not ideal. Let's actually move this like so that we have one more slot available. And get those farms cracking there too. Much better. Perfect. Right, because this one can then deliver it right away to my factories. And with that, also the mud brick production has started. The ones the timber. Now we just need a few more people and hopefully unlock then some proper harbor defenses. And we continue onwards in the next episode. Stay tuned.